Number 4, the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. What cost-benefit analysis was done to justify the $30 million subsidy payment to Rio Tinto, and what would the effect have been on electricity prices had the payment not been made?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, the Government has set out what it considers the benefits of this one-off payment, which secured agreement between Meridian and New Zealand aluminium smelters after protracted negotiations. These benefits were greater short-term certainty for the TY Point smelter workers, medium-term certainty for the business and the wider Southern region and the New Zealand electricity industry. An answer to the second part of the question depends on the response by the parties to the negotiation and more widely by the electricity market, and we weren't in a position, and no one is, to speculate on that.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, the Honourable David Parker.
Why did he not request or obtain any job or employment commitments from TY Point beyond a very short period before handing over $30 million of taxpayers' money to Rio Tinto?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, we dealt with that issue a couple of weeks ago. It was never the Government's intention to provide ongoing subsidy to the electricity prices or to the business, and never the Government's intention to try and run the business. We made a clean, simple, one-off payment to secure finalisation of the commercial agreement. That's what happened. It would have been a bit different, I suggest, if that agreement had not been completed. The member would be telling us off for not doing enough to save the jobs.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, the Honourable David Parker.
How could the Minister decide whether or not it was wise to pay a $30 million subsidy payment to Rio Tinto if he didn't have any estimate as to what would have been the effect on electricity prices and therefore the effect on other businesses and consumers had that electricity been available on the New Zealand market?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, because the electricity price in 5 years' time, if Rio Tinto left, was not our top consideration, and I'm surprised that it's his. I suggest he go to the smelter and tell them that actually their jobs are much less important than the electricity price in 5 years' time if the smelter goes, and actually no one can really know what that would be.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, the Honourable David Parker.
Has the $30 million subsidy to Rio Tinto had the effect of facilitating the sale of the shares in Meridian?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, it has, I'm sure, created more certainty where there was uncertainty among investors. That is one of the benefits of the arrangement that we came to with Rio Tinto, but I'm still a bit unclear whether the member is proposing that the Government did too much, that the smelter should now be shut and the 700 highly paid jobs don't matter. I'm not surprised about that bit because the Labor Party, the Greens, are against jobs.
Order. That answer is quite sufficient for the question.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Dr Russel Norman.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Does the Minister stand by his previous opposition to picking winners? And how is his opposition to picking winners consistent with the $30 million payment to Rio Tinto?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, yes, I think government has to be very, very careful about picking winners, but at least we pick some winners. The Greens just try and pick, or in fact they don't even pick out, they just stop everything.
Speaker, point of order.
We wish they'd pick someone they let.
I have a point of order.
This was a very straight question, Mr Speaker. It was not about the Green Party policy. The Minister has started his answer by attacking the Greens. It has nothing to do with the Greens. He should answer the question.
I think the question has been answered and the Minister does not need to continue with his answer. Are there further...
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Dr Russel Norman.
Mr Speaker, can you tell me how the Minister has possibly answered the question by simply attacking the Green Party?
Because the member asked, if he likes to look at his question, does the Minister stand by his previous position of not picking winners? And the Minister went on to explain why he still stands by that. He doesn't want to pick winners, etc. But he explained why on this occasion, around jobs, that was more important. Question number 5, Dr Russel Norman.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Dr Russel Norman.
I seek leave to move this question back to the Minister of Finance.
Order. That is